back out in the woods today. Maple season is officially over, which means it is time to pull spouts. So right here, what I really like about this is there's not a lot that you need to carry besides your spout puller. So this right here is what I use to pull spouts, and my dad actually made this one. So we welded it together. A lot of the ones that you can buy are aluminum. This one is actually a little bit heavier, but you know what? It sure beats carrying around a ton of gear in the woods when all I have to carry is this. And then I also carry electrical tape because I put them in groups of 25, so that way it's easier to count and keep track of. So after we remove the drop lines, we put them in groups of 25 in bundles, and then carry them all back to the pump house building where we can collect them and count them all so we know how many taps are in each woods before we clean and sanitize all the lines and drop lines. And I'm starting right at the building today. It is raining a little bit. It's supposed to rain all day long, but I'm gonna start right here, put them in the building when I'm done. Right there's our first drop line. And I'm sure that many of you noticed that I am actually wearing glasses today. I mean, you kind of can't miss them. They're pretty obvious. But so I got Lasik eye surgery about 10 years ago, and at the time I was wearing contacts and doing a lot of field work in the field, and my allergies were just driving me insane, especially with contacts. So I got Lasik, which I really liked. But then with it, I had a lot of issues to follow. So now my eyes are always dry and I see halos around lights. So when driving at night, it's kind of difficult to see. And then if you had rain at night, I pretty much don't drive at all because it really amplifies the halos. But anyways, back to my glasses. So a couple years ago when I was hunting, I noticed that I was having a hard time seeing, specifically when bow hunting and turkey hunting. So I got glasses a couple years ago just to wear when I was hunting, and now I'm starting to get to the point where I think I need to wear them all the time because my vision has drastically decreased. So Lasik, thanks. That was a waste. I know they tell you right up front and you sign like a million waivers telling you everything that couldn't go wrong and that your eyes can go back to how they originally were. And unfortunately, my eyes are now going back to how they originally were. But I figured I would wear my glasses today because the snow has all melted. As you can see, there's just a little bit of snow at the base of some trees here and there, but the snow is all melted, which makes it a lot easier to walk and a lot easier to find sheds. So although I don't really ever find sheds unless I walk literally right up on it, because when I'm doing maple stuff, I'm constantly focused on the trees, looking at the trees, making sure spouts have been pulled, nothing has been missed. So my focus is always up here, like eye level and above, instead of down at the ground. But you never know, occasionally something might jump out at you. So that's why I wore my glasses today. So what I'm doing is I'm walking down each line, pulling the spouts, and then when I come back, I'm putting all the spouts at the bottom of the line, because once I finish, I'm going to walk back down the line, make sure I didn't miss any, and also pick up all the spouts that I already pulled. And if you can see behind me, there's still a little bit of snow here and there at the base of different trees. So spring, I think, is officially here. The end of maple season means that turkey season in New York State is about to begin, and I just found a turkey feather, so that's exciting. I've been listening all morning, waiting, because I thought today, especially in this woods, I would hear a gobble. Haven't heard any yet, but it's been raining all morning and pretty windy, so it is hard to hear. But I'm still listening, I'm still hopeful. It is much easier walking in the woods right now because all the snow is gone, so things go much quicker than they do when you're tapping trees. But if you take a look at some of our spouts, they are pretty high because when we were tapping, there was a couple feet of snow. So luckily, I cannot reach that with my hand. My hand's like right here. But our spout pullers have a really long handle, so you can just reach up and easily pull out the spout. I am just getting started in this woods. So I walked my first line just now and then walked my way back, picked up all the drop lines that were disconnected, and on my way back, I put them in bundles of 25. So here we go. I have them in bundles, so we're gonna count them out real quick. I'm actually gonna move them because I didn't put them in a very good location. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 100, 125, 150, and then I also had 8 loose drop lines. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yep, 8. So there's 158 on the first line, and I have that done. What do we have here? It never fails. Every year we lose a tool in the snow, and usually when we're lucky we find it in the spring. More often than not we find it in the spring because we're walking the same lines. I found 2 balloons in the woods today. Never fails. I always find them every time I'm out in the woods. Oh, there's a spider right there. We're about halfway done with pulling spouts for the year. And then after that, we got to clean all the lines, so there's still so much work to do, even though maple season is over. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. If there's anything specific that you want to see, I know a lot of people have asked about the bottling process, and that will be a video coming soon. As soon as we are done in the woods and get everything cleaned up here, then we'll move on and I'll show you the bottling process. Plus, during the summer, after all the wood stuff is done, things slow down and I don't have as much maple content. So I'm saving that for you guys for a summer video. And if you would like to get yourself some delicious maple syrup and support our family business, you can do so at boxlermaple.com.